So when I was debating who I could put in charge that could run the place, you know, Ray, people think he's got gray in his beard. It's not gray, it's chrome, and what that indicates is that he has a certain amount of wisdom to him, you know what I'm saying? And Ray knows all shortcuts, shortcomings, all the rules and whatnot, so I can't think of anybody else who I would want to put in charge of my company more than the former multi-time MPW world champion, Ray Rosas. I'm handing you the helm now. You are in charge. What you say goes, man, all right?
Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you are. I reached out to Logan X because I had something else in mind. I was going to take some time off. You know, the years are catching up. Injuries are piling up. Taking longer to heal. Losses after loss after loss. I was pretty much convinced that I was just going to ride off into the sunset, but Logan convinced me to stay. Made me feel like I was the chosen one, the guy that I could use to fill Pinky's shoes. And while Pinky recovers, we're going to try to make sure that this ship stays right. We can't be letting the inmates run the asylum around here. Welcome. Just in case you missed it, I'm the new general manager. So there's going to be a lot of changes going on. It's going to be some growing pains. But it's a new era for Ray Rosas, and it's a new era for MPW. But after that, Let me think here. Okay, so, you never got a rematch. No, not at all. Okay, but you interfered in this match. Right? A match that he could have possibly won, but we don't know that for sure. Right? Okay. John, if years and years of wrestling has taught me anything, and the wrestling gods are now speaking to me, there's only one way that we can solve this problem. Right? I'm going to borrow a page from my predecessor's playbook, Pinky, and go, wait, they're the boss, right? So I think we will have ourselves a triple threat match on Black Friday. We're going to settle it once and for all. There will be no disqualifications, no countouts, no holds barred. One winner, and we end all of this nonsense. We start tonight. You two are booked in the tag team match to the main event. And to preserve the sanctity of that match, Dustin, I sit you right there at that commentary table where I keep an eye on you. Alright? So it's written, so shall be done. Now everybody, get out of this ring so we can get this show started properly. Welcome to MPW. Well, good evening, Chatsworth, California. Get a little chippy already. What do we get at? The gifted and talented Rosas, your new MPW general manager. And of course, the man of the hour, St. Clair, in the building. Folks, my name is Jordan Castle. So thrilled to be splitting ring-outs and duties with one and only Ariel Amin. And a special shout out to the third man in the booth, Mr. Chase Mansfield. We love you, Liz. Without further ado, welcome to MPW Clash of the Titans. Your opening contest is a singles match set for one fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 19801 Nordoff Place here in Chatsworth, California, where tonight Millennium Pro Wrestling presents to you Clash of the Titans. And speaking of Titans, in our opening contest, it'll be none other than Maxillion, the man who is 1 in a million, taken on in the rematch, the man who earned his opportunity for this bout, Royce Isaacs, the Mile High Samurai. He had to defeat Diego Valance, the former partner of Maximilian Montclair, to earn his opportunity tonight. And these two Titans, these two gladiators, will go and duke it out head-to-head, one-on-one in the Coliseum tonight to see who is truly the better and bigger man. I am 1/3 of your commentary team tonight. My name is Chase Mansfield, joined alongside the man who you see in the ring doing introductions tonight, the greatest voice in professional wrestling when it comes to the indie scene, Jordan Castle. And of course, joined alongside my broadcast partner, he is the chic of professional wrestling, Ariel Amin. Oh yeah, baby.
Take a look at that, Mansfield. The peak of human form and conditioning. Going head-to-head against a man purely filled with athleticism. No gold on the line, but glory to be found in this opening match.
Listen, these two went toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano at Monster Mash. And who walked out of that bout as the winner? The man who is 1 in a million, the greatest export of Montenegro. But for the Mile High Samurai, that is a stain on the win column of his career. He wants to finally put Maxillion down for the 1, 2, 3. Tonight is one of his biggest challenges he's had here at Millennium Pro Wrestling.
And let's not take it for granted, Mansfield. Last week, it was essentially a war here in the MPW ring and going head-to-head against Diego Valance. But listen to the audience. They love the Mile High Samurai. Making his way now and keeping eyes focused on the man from Montenegro. Standing tall.
With the aura, the mystique, the swagger of the Mile High Samurai, he is going to have to bring 110% tonight, because if not, the greatest export of Montenegro, Maxillion, is going to put him in the ground yet again. It is your opening contest, so let's send it on to introductions with Jordan Castle. And just like the jersey that Royce Isaacs wore to the ring, like Chauncey Billups, he is looking to blaze the trail tonight and make sure that he's got Maxillion's name in the win column. But we talk about Clash of the Titans, two of the biggest men here at Millennium Pro Wrestling going at it tonight in our opening contest, Jordan Castle.
A deja vu, Chase Mansfield. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And from where I stand, this is a must-win situation for Royce Isaacs. Looks determined and confident here, and that is not what I would do if I were Maxillion. Isaacs more than happy to return in kind, but after what we saw, Maxillion with an arguable upset the last time these two met at Monster Mash, it's now or never for the Mile High Samurai, Ario.
Royce is coming in prepared, though, as we can already see, sending off some amazing strikes and a big forearm. Trying to whip him off now. And it's a man out for blood, having to go up against Diego Valance to get here once again, going head-to-head and sending him out of the ring. Royce Isaacs has been waiting for this moment.
That's right. He and Valance said they both wanted a piece of Maxillion. They both weren't finished with Maxillion after the transgressions in their respective matches. Royce Isaacs victorious last week, earning this opportunity. And Chase, thus far at least, it doesn't seem like Maxillion has really found his way out of the starting gate.
No, and this is a different kind of Maxillion that we've seen in a very long time. I mean, this is a man who has been dominant after dominant, put on performance after performance.
Oh,
but it looks like Royce Isaacs has his ticket in the early going tonight.
Listen to this, gentlemen. Listen to this.
Opening up for the chops.
Oh! Take nothing away. A strong, powerful chop from Maxillion. But Isaacs showing him how it's done. Again, the combat experience, the striking game gleaned from his time as a student under the War Master, former UFC heavyweight champion Josh Barnett. Just too much for anyone to contend with.
Oh, and with the flurry of chops, you're seeing it's not only a game of offense, but endurance. Both these men, 245 and 246.
Well, that is not endurance. That is no war of attrition, Chase. That is plain and simple trickery and skullduggery from 1 in a million Maxillion.
Listen, it doesn't say that you went underhanded in the win book, in the win column. All that matters is wins and losses. For Maxillion tonight, if he can put yet another win against Royce Isaacs in his column, I mean, you would have to think potential MPW championship opportunities might be in his future.
Yeah, no doubt. Busio, as he prepares for that bombshell tag team main event. Hold on here. Royce Isaacs maybe again thinking vertical suplex here as he prepares for that tag team main event, teaming with challenger, one of his challengers in Danny Devine. Looking forward towards the winner of this one, but look at the strength, gentlemen. All the blood rushing over the head of Maxillion.
Yeah, and if you're at home, count along. We're up to a 10, folks. Big old vertical stalled suplex from Royce Isaacs, making sure that he lives up to the name of Mile High.
20 seconds in the air. Ario, that is impressive to do to any fully grown man. Cover from Isaacs here, let alone one the size and stature of 245 pounds of 1 in a million Maxillion.
And all that blood rushing out of his head now. He's trying to get his bearings. Royce Isaac looking dominant now as he's assessing his choices. What more damage could he do?
Chase, this has been all Royce Isaacs, at least thus far.
Yeah, we have seen Maxillion in a bad way. Usually a very focused and calculated opponent, but tonight, Royce Isaacs caught him on a bad day, really caught him on the back foot, and he has had to claw, scrape, and scratch his way out of this. But for the Mile High Samurai, I mean, put it on the performance of a lifetime tonight.
I'll ask you gentlemen this, do you think there's any part of Maxillion that got a little overconfident heading into this one? Said, I beat Royce Isaacs last time, I can easily do it again. Nasty landing there, into the cover goes Isaacs. Do you think Maxillion is maybe coming into this one a little underprepared as a result of that victory back at Monster Bash?
You can see it right in the whites of his eyes right now as he clutches his back in pain. Royce Isaacs is looking to do a number on Maxillion, and all he can do at this point is struggle to stay alive and keep afloat.
You would have to think Maxillion must have thought he was done with Royce Isaacs, potentially going on.
Oh, look at the machine gun chops here. Excuse me, Chase. If the chest wasn't turned into mincemeat already, Isaac's making sure it is now.
Oh yeah, forming the welts on the chest of Maxillion as he tees up a kick for Mon Chéri. Square in the small of the back.
I think Isaac's in many ways trying to make Maxillion pay. Not only felt embarrassed, felt disrespected by the way he lost just 1 month ago. And here, this is what Maxillion needs to turn the tide. Face first in the turnbuckle goes Royce Isaacs and taken off his feet. Just like that, the tide has turned, gentlemen.
Act of desperation really paying off for him. Mansfield, though, you're seeing it right now in the ring. A simple moment can really pay off for a wrestler. And now look, all this animosity, you think it's going to be able to pay off for him?
One moment is all it takes to be 1 in a million, and the man who touts himself as the main character of MPW is showing tonight that all it takes is that split second to get back in the game. And you can see now Royce Isaacs fighting on his back foot, pushing away Maxillion.
All it takes is that split second, but all it takes is 5 seconds to get yourself disqualified. Maxillion has got to be very, very careful here as referee St. Clair again starts the count, and he's keeping it close, gentlemen.
Definitely playing it by the book, though. If you don't reach that 5 count, you're absolutely fine to inflict as much torture as you can.
And this is this new version of Maxillion, the 1 in a million version of Maxillion we've seen since turning his back on former Hotmail.com tag team partner Diego Valance. There is no road too low. There is no rule he met that he didn't love to break. And here, it's paying dividends. It's working wonders for him, Mansfield.
And tonight he is showing why he is the greatest export of Montenegro as he goes ground and pound with the Mile High Samurai. Again, this is a man who was trained by the War Master, Josh Barnett, who has educated fists, but for Maxillion, looking to club and chop down the big man.
And we've been seeing these back clubs have been vicious, whether it be straight onto the spinal column or right against the back of the neck even. Royce Isaacs is being absolutely eviscerated now in the center of the ring.
Yeah, speak of that back of the neck, right now Maxillion digging his knee, one of the hardest bones in the body, into that neck, that upper back of Royce Isaacs, but somehow, some way the Mile High Samurai, fighting his way back up to a vertical base and taking Maxillion off his.
Looks like Maxillion had that scouted as he brings him back over to the corner. Looking to attack the midsection of the Mile High Samurai. Irish whip. Royce Isaacs able to duck it though. Ducking another. Oh!
Look at the momentum floating in midair with the clothesline. Took Maxillion off his feet, but clearly, gentlemen, did some damage to himself in the process.
This is the beauty and the torturous part of pro wrestling. High risk, high reward. But listen to that audience.
Listen, a clothesline so vicious it took both men off their feet as now they make it up to a vertical basis. Royce Isaacs now.
And guys, Maximillion's not going down. Isaacs lariat after lariat, clothesline after clothesline, and finally a stiff kick takes him down. But I mean, that cannot be understated. It took all of that to just take Maximillion off his feet.
Oh. Again, we have seen those clotheslines take down lesser men, and it only takes one. Two wasn't enough. It took a massive kick to the chest to ground the greatest export of Montenegro is now just being trapped in the ring as those clotheslines come one after another from the Mile High Samurai.
Yeah, Isaac's really smothering him in the corner here, I mean.
And gentlemen, you gotta understand, he's been absolutely vicious, but it's all methodical at the end of the day. Oh, with some serious strikes, again to the back. And that has been the name of the game for Royce Isaacs. Front and back assaults to the chest, to the spine, to the shoulder blades. This man is taking so much damage onto his upper body. It'd be a shocking thing to see if he can even kick out after this.
And Isaac's feeling that damage himself right here. You can see breathing heavy, beads of sweat going down as he drops the Death Valley driver into the cover.
Could this be it?
No!
Out at the last second was Maximillion. But you got to give it up to Royce Isaacs, hoisting him up for that Death Valley driver, planting him right down on the back of his neck.
And the offense, taking the offense, I should say, from Maximillion is one thing, but giving offense takes so much out of Royce Isaacs as well. Maximillion is a big boy, and every time Isaacs has to huck him up for a Death Valley driver, or perhaps the hush money as he's going for here, takes so much out of the Mile High Samurai.
Could this be the kill shot that Royce Isaacs needs?
Got the full Nelson applied into the German, but Maximillion saw it coming. Clearly has done his homework, clearly learned some lessons from the last time these two met into a full Nelson of his own here, I mean.
Very well scouted, though. Royce Isaacs has also done his homework. And we're seeing both these men, understanding each other like the back of their hands, or really the back of their forearms at this point.
This forearm against chin, looking to break each other's jaws as these two titans square off in your opening match here at MPW's Clash of the Titans, right here at 19801 Nordoff Place.
They're clashing all right, Mansfield. We got ourselves a pissing contest between these two.
But who will get the upper hand? Will it be the man who was one in a million or the Mile High Samurai?
Rolling elbow there for Maximillion. Goes for another.
3 for 3, let's see it. Oh!
He hit the hat trick, but still not enough to take Isaacs off his feet. Will this do it? Yes, it will.
Big belly back there, but right up on his feet again.
The fighting spirit from Royce Isaacs knows no bounds, Mansfield.
Able to turn it around into a German suplex, but Maximillion hulks up. He is not done as both men meet in the middle. Clothesline after clothesline, but Maximillion takes down the Mile High Samurai.
Gentlemen, this is our opening match already here for MPW. What amazing action we're seeing.
Isaacs with a reversal of the momentum and lands the snap suplex. Cover him, Isaacs.
Right on the solar plexus crown of Maximillion's head. But the Mile High Samurai is not done as Royce Isaacs perpetually tunes up the band in his own way.
Look at that take up. Oh!
Cover here. Isaacs into the cover.
Big old soccer kick. Could it do it?
No.
Wasn't a goal, binked off the post, and you can see only a 2 there for Maximillion.
Maximillion's shoulder, a regular goalie, getting up at the last possible second, and the match continues. But dare I say, that was the closest near fall we've seen thus far, gentlemen.
It's getting harder and harder for both these gentlemen to keep this match going. For ordinary men, they'd already be in the hospital at this point.
Isaacs thinking hush money here, looking for the end.
Could this be it if he can pop him up? No.
Excellent reversal.
In that waist lock, looking to get in that submission he took out Kota Herro with.
Excellent roll through.
Calls that the Max Factor, his version of the $1 Million Dream, the Cobra clutch, and there from that position, lands the slam, hooks the leg, but still it's not enough.
Out in the nick of time is the Mile High Samurai, and you gotta ask, what more does Royce Isaacs have to do, and Maximillion for that matter, to get the win? I mean, these guys have thrown their top moves at each other, and it is not enough.
Well, Mansfield, you heard Maximillion. He said it's over. I think he's got something in mind.
Trying to tee it up, but the audience trying to wake Royce Isaacs back up to hopefully counter out of it.
Once called the bomb electric, going for it again, but Isaac sandbags himself. I'm not sure if it was strategic or voluntary or otherwise, but one way or another, Maxillion having a very hard time getting him off his feet, and now Isaac's back in control.
And listen, if he was able to hit that bomb electric, it would have been
Cover,
a devastating
cover.
move. I mean, the same move.
Maxillion, I want to point out, gentlemen, control of the tights as he lands the DDT. No road too low, again shoulders down.
Try for it again.
No!
Excellent reaction and timing there by Royce Isaacs. Manfield, you got to imagine, after all these very, very quick chances of getting a victory, 1 second's all it's going to take. What did it have to do to get that extra second?
Again, if he's able to hit that bomb electric we saw just like it took out Dustin Daniels a couple months ago, all it takes is the 1, 2, 3.
He got him. This one's over. Count to 100, St. Clair.
From the heavens goes Royce Isaacs, but no! Out in the nick of time.
If I was a betting man right now, gentlemen, I'd be flat broke. But somehow, someway, Isaacs with the shoulder up.
And you got... You got to think this deep in the match, this deep in the waters, Maxillion might have counted out Royce Isaacs too early.
Going for that max factor once again, that submission hold. The put away Kota Herro, but this time it's Isaacs doing his homework.
Yeah, vicious back elbow as he gets out of it. Oh! Almost in a bad position was
Going for that low blow, the
St.
same one that
Clair.
won their first matchup. But this time Isaacs had it scouted. This time Isaacs said, you're not getting away that easily.
Not going to tarnish it that way.
Hush money!
And it is enough.
Let's go to Jordan Castle with the official call.
Ario Amin, that brings it to 1-1 apiece. Maxillion and Royce Isaacs putting on yet another clinic. A clash of the Titans, as you would say, as the moniker goes. But tonight, it is a different kind of winner. Royce Isaacs, the Mile High Samurai, standing tall after this bout.
Truly, this goes to show what time, experience, and truly doing your research against your opponent can pay dividends into a match, even at the last 11 o'clock hour.
Well, gentlemen, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that is what Maxillion kept in his head this time around. Again going for the low blow, again looking for the cheap, easy way out. Royce Isaacs saying, beat me once, shame on me. Beat me twice, it ain't happening. Back to the drawing board for Maxillion. You got to think ever since this change in attitude, turning his back on the MPW faithful, this the most devastating loss he has suffered. But by my count, gentlemen, and I'm no mathematician, we're at 1 apiece. 1 for Maxillion, 1 for Royce Isaacs. I don't think this one's over.
One way or another, I'd love to see both these men go at it again. It's already been an amazing start here for Clash of Titans, but we've still got 5 more matches in store for you, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
No! I did not lose. I didn't lose. No. Royce Isaacs, you're a cheater, and you're a scumbag. This is a conspiracy against Maxillion. You all don't deserve me. I am 1 in a million. You are lucky to have me. Screw MPW. Screw Royce Isaacs. Screw all of you. I might never come back. You might never see this again.
All the stars are out here tonight, Mansfield.
Love to see Scarlett Donovan here at the MPW Arena. And now back to singles action as the Mountain Breaker joins us here for Clash of the Titans.
And we talked about it just a few minutes ago here, Chase. Kota Herro suffering a crushing loss at the hands of 1 in a million Maxillion, and No tune-up match on his way back to victory. No ham and egger, no scrub-a-dub. Kota Herro with another massive challenge ahead of him. And I do mean massive in the very, very literal sense.
You gotta think he's got maybe bad blood with someone in the back and all of these big men. But again, if there's anyone who can do it, it is the mountain breaker, Kota Herro. But again, you talk about large opponent. This is the largest man, the 0-calorie wrestler, Sweet Robin Shaw.
Well, the Mountain Breaker is going to have to turn that nickname literal tonight. He's going to have to break a mountain if he has any hopes of surviving, let alone beating Robin Shaw. Chase, what can you tell me about a man who is anything but sweet?
Listen, this is as big as they come, a very larger-than-life competitor. As we can see, no love lost. You have to think, you know, this is a man who lives in the desert, who lives in yet again?
Scottsdale, Arizona, my friends. As Peggy Hill once said, a monument to man's arrogance.
Listen, if I lived in Scottsdale, Arizona, I would be in the exact same attitude, the exact same demeanor as this man. No love lost for anyone. And tonight, Kota Herro might be stepping in the ring with probably the meanest opponent he's had to go against here at MPW.
He says he hates children. Isn't this man a father? There's nothing that brings his cold, calloused heart joy.
I pray for that kid.
You're telling me.
A true David versus Goliath situation here in our second match for Clash of the Titans. But again, if there's anyone who can break this mountain, it is Kota Herro himself. We saw him really take Maxillion to his limit. Unfortunately, as we saw.
Now, Ario, let me ask you this. If you're Kota Herro, obviously a tall and large challenge ahead of you, how do you contend with the size disparity against one Robin Shaw?
It's got to be speed and dexterity. Quick kicks are the name of the game, and he's already realizing that right now. And really feeding off the audience, too. It's always going to be a psychological game. Yes, Sweet Robin Shaw is a man of a great stature and size, but Kota Herro is known to be a mountain breaker for a reason. Only issue is, this mountain hits back.
He's also a man of great temper, as we saw during the entrance, already jaw-jacking with the audience, very angry. Sometimes, Mansfield, that anger can fire you, and sometimes can take you off your game, as perhaps we're seeing here.
You can see having to take that 10 count, was not happy with the amount of striking kicks that Kota Herro is able to get. And you can see Kota Herro having a little bit of fun, really raising those ropes for Sweet Robin
and
Shaw.
Again, wasting time, wasting attention, frankly, on the audience, saying, I'm not scared, instead of focusing on his opponent in the ring, that being Kota Herro. What does that tell you, Ario?
Tells me right now, you know what? Might be size, tells you one thing. When it comes to bravery, true bravery, Kota Herro is ready to go toe-to-toe against anybody in the MPW roster. Oh, and look at this now. We're truly seeing that strength and bravery on display, gentlemen.
He's on spaghetti legs. Bounced off the ropes, but Robin Shaw still yet to be taken off his feet, and something tells me it's not happening quite yet.
2 drop kicks, then break him, and you can see that chop had nothing on it as he sends Kota Herro to the ropes, up and over.
Ugly landing there for Kota Herro on the knees, but bounced back up into another drop kick this time. Shaw taken off his feet.
Oh! Sweet victory out of nowhere!
And will it be enough for victory here? Can Shaw capitalize?
My goodness, you can see that vicious, sweet victory. Looking like it might take out Kota Herro, but no, only a 2 count. Just a mountain breaker.
This is truly the beauty of pro wrestling, huh, Castle? Is that no matter the size, no matter the shape, you truly don't know what to expect out of somebody in that ring, and to underestimate them can truly be your downfall.
Yeah, deceptive agility, deceptive athleticism from Robin Shaw. Someone who could have just relied on that size. I'm a big man. I'm going to flatten people with that size. I'm going to huck them around with their children. Not content with that. Say what you will about the attitude and the ego. Robin Shaw has clearly put in the time and the miles to become the best version of Robin Shaw that we've seen here in MPW.
Oh, yeah, and a crippling right hand sends Kota Herro straight down to the mat, and now looking to choke the life out of him with those size 14 shoes.
That is a scary, scary man as he choked the life out of Kota Herro with that size 15 boot. There is something wrong with Robin Shaw, gentlemen. Simply put, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Listen, he's inflicting mountains of damage on the Mountain Breaker and smiling through it all. He is loving the kind of assault he is putting Kota Herro through tonight.
Guys, I think one of Robin Shaw's hands is the same size as Kota Herro's entire chest.
You can see welts all over the chest already.
Thinking sunset flip, instead a little earthquake offense from Shaw, leg hooked, but still not enough.
You got to check on the sternum now, Kota Herro at this point. Hear him sucking in wind right now in the center of the ring.
You might just flatten him, Mario.
And Mansfield, Kota Herro is an honorable wrestler, relishes any opportunity to compete here in an MPW ring. You know he's not going to be the one to call it. You know he's not going to be the one to give up, but frankly, the longer this goes on, Scarlett might have to make that call for him.
Unfortunately, Kota Herro does have a chin of a fighter and a no-quit mentality. As you said, it is not over until the bell rings, and it might be a TKO the way it's going. Scarlett Donovan's got to really be paying attention.
What was that you were saying about a TKO?
Big old right hand from Robin Shaw, been known to put away most men. But look at Kota Herro again, trying. Oh, excellent, a maneuver, dodging out of the way.
Yeah, beat Robin Shaw at his own game, and now Kota Herro may have found his way back in this thing, gentlemen.
A massive soccer kick to the chest of Shaw as he hits the ropes, potentially looking for a tilt-a-whirl DDT. Nobody home, though.
Nobody home there for Robin Shaw. Two can play that game, says Kota Herro.
Again, so much momentum on the kick, it sent him to the apron as he's looking to use that springboard his advantage. Big old drop kick sends Shaw to the apron.
Go for cover. Almost.
Only a 2.
Not enough to get the job done, gentlemen, but I want to speak towards that springboard offense. Kota Herro makes it look effortless. As we all well know, it is anything but. This guy had truly special talent in that ring.
And despite all the heavy blows he's already taken, that audience is what's hyping him up and giving him that amazing energy.
Ripcord lariat from Robin Shaw nearly took his damn head off.
That might be it for Kota Herro. No, out at 2 yet again. It doesn't matter what big move Robin Shaw throws at him. Kota Herro somehow every time seems to kick out.
And again, this is the Achilles heel of Robin Shaw here, Ario. Taking his eyes off the ball, taking his eyes off the prize to argue with the official, to jaw jack with the people.
You always got to try and focus on your opponent in any moment, any second we see the tides turn, as we already saw earlier today.
Kota Herro escapes the power slam position. What's he going for now, Mansfield?
Kicking him in the back of the head, finally sending Shaw down. Could this be the shot that ends it for Kota Herro?
No! Again, Robin Shaw just so big, man. Landing a cover already so difficult, but when your opponent is double in size and weight than you, it's astronomical.
Well, double the size must mean double the danger. Is he going up to the top rope? What can he do? Oh,
he can get caught in midair. Was thinking crossbody, and Robin Shaw with other ideas.
Sit out pile driver, and that might be the end of the night for Kota Herro. Thanks for coming.
Ario Amin with the official call. Nothing sweet about this night for Kota Herro, Mansfield.
No, it's back to the drawing board for the Mountain Breaker. But for our special guest of the evening, Robin Shaw, it is all sweet, sweet victory as he parades around the MPW arena, taking in the adulation of the crowd here tonight.
Who knew the Baja Blast could taste so bitter here tonight at MPW? Plenty more in store, of course, as we got tag team action coming up. Non-title, of course, but still plenty to see here. And plenty more in store for you for MPW's Clash of Titans.
Ladies and gentlemen, sweet victory once again for sweet Robin Shaw. Did you guys miss me? The big dog is back, the big bear is back! And just because I'm not here as much because I'm busy in my compound in Scottsdale doesn't mean that I won't come when it's Legends Night. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I am a legend. The hunt is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, back at 19801 Nordop Place, I'm Chase Mansfield. He's Ario Amin. As you saw with those introductions, we got Jordan Castle. We're coming to you again from MPW's Clash of the Titans.
And there's a titan of himself in the making. A young hero like Hercules looking to go through many trials and tribulations to climb that mountain like many have before.
Son of the Radiant One, the Radiant Son, the second generation sensation, the man with a champion all the way down in Southern California. This man is looking tonight to be backup for his trainer, his mentor, J2 Mattioli. And as you can see, a true athlete on display. Already the cupping of this young athlete on the back. You can see he is a world-traveled, a world-trained professional wrestler, all thanks to the man who taught him what he knows, J2 Mattioli.
And look at the playmaker strutting his way in like he owns the place. Of course, this is his home. Like we said before, he cut a teeth here.
As a team known as the Radiant Kings, so we know Jake Redondo letting J2 know no matter where, no matter what, I will have your back, sir, when you go to war. And tonight, they're going to war against none other than the MPW Tag Team Champions in non-title action, Ario Mean, in 2X. And we have seen nothing but standout performances in 2X, especially Draven Silvera under the tutelage of Mickey Rose. Tell me, what are the Radiant Kings going to have to look forward to in our Tag Team Champions tonight?
You're seeing mentor and protege at work right now. Two individuals that, as you can hear from the audience, as you can hear from the music, everybody loves. They cherish this relationship. All up and down from San Diego to Chatsworth. These two individuals have been making a name for themselves. In comparison, our champions have been finding nothing but infamy here at MPW.
Hey, no crying, Ario. Mean, save your tears for another day, huh?
Very clever there, Mansfield. I see what you do there. Here we got two animals coming in.
Two men who have leveled up in every sense of the word. Our tag team champions now draped in gold. You know him, you love him. Miggy Rose and
Do we love him, Mansfield?
Silvera. Someone loves him, I'm sure.
Like angels falling from grace.
Mario Mean, looking at the tail of the tape tonight, is another mentor and mentee versus mentor and mentee tag team match. And that's kind of in 2X prerogative. These last couple weeks, Mickey Rose wants to prove yet again he is the better teacher. He has the better teachings when it comes to his mentee, Draven Silvera. And tonight, they got to prove yet again exactly why they are the tag team champions. They got to be at the top of their class tonight, because if not, they will be outclassed by the Radiant Kings that are J2 Mattioli and Jake Redondo.
Truly, this is the epitome of nature versus nurture. We're seeing two individuals being raised from the ground up to try and become the finest wrestler they can be, and their mentors backing them with their influence right behind.
Yeah, the parallels stop right there, Ario. For Miggy Rose, he's doing everything the wrong way. He's poisoning the mind of young Draven Silvera. For J2 Mattioli, showing Jake Redondo the right way, showing him the way things should be done. But say what you will, the former has led 2X towards championship gold.
Absolutely. Miggy Rose would tell you it doesn't matter if you're the best man in the ring. All you got to do is be in the right place at the right time, and that's exactly how it was for them when they won those tag team championships, using their opportunity, as we saw in that grudge match against the Unguided.
Likewise, gentlemen, in tag team wrestling, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it doesn't necessarily matter who's the best individual wrestler on any given night. It matters so much more how you function as a tag team, and one has to give that edge as a team for much longer, as reigning tag team champions to 2X.
Well, the ends justify the means at the end of the day. Lie, steal, or steal. I mean,
Viva la raza, Ario Amin.
of course, with Miggy Rose being a short king himself, trying to find his way through. Oh, great counter work here, though, as Jake Redondo, part of a Radiant King situation.
A short king, an endearing nickname, but right now Redondo using that height to great advantage with a gorgeous arm drag. And gentlemen, you can speak to it more as San Diego natives yourself. We as commentators are prone to hyperbole. There is none necessary when talking about Jake Redondo. This kid, all the upside in the world.
I mean, whether it be San Diego or New York City, I mean, Jake Redondo is a shining star.
Coast
all
to
across the
coast.
country.
Meeting in the middle, both with that knee, washing the taste out of Miggy Rose's mouth as he goes for the cover. Only a 2 there for the playmaker, J2 Mattioli, as he now grounds Miggy Rose straight to the mat.
I want to point towards a statistic here, gentlemen. 2X, their combined weight, 280 pounds. J2 Mattioli's individual weight, 261 pounds. This man, by himself, nearly the size of both of his opponents.
As a broad man, Jordan Castle, but we are seeing his power on display. That stockiness coming to his aid as he slams down Draven Silvera in emphatic fashion. Oh, and throwing Miggy Rose right onto it.
Flapjack there for Mattioli into the cover. I want to point towards 2 things. Colliding not head-to-head were Silvera and Rose, colliding shoulder to shoulder, specifically the braced injured shoulder of Draven Silvera, the same shoulder that Mattioli pressed his palm into while making that cover.
It's like Mansfield also mentioned with the cupping being done by Jake Redondo. As much as you can to try and recover from week to week, that's what a wrestler has to try and do. But for every Friday, wow, double step up in Seguri.
You're gonna need to recover after that. Are the tag team champions now set outside the ring right in front of our commentary booth.
Listen to that crowd, Mansfield. What are you thinking? They're gonna fly high?
Nothing but bright smiles here in the MPW arena for the Radiant Kings as both men are just begging for 2X to get back in the ring. They know they are not going to win this tag team match on the outside.
And I think that speaks to the guidance, the mentoring of J2 Mattioli to Jake Redondo. Were this a singles match? Speaking of guidance, speaking of mentorship, Miggy Rose saying my way or the highway. I was going to say, were this a singles match, you have to think Redondo would have taken that risk, would have taken that flight to the outside. Mattioli saying, not yet, we don't need to. And now Miggy Rose giving Redondo a piece of his mind here, Mansfield.
No reason for the thrills when you can just do it the right way. And now looking for a test of strength, of course. Miggy Rose, though, going low as he now puts fist to face. Irish whip reversal straight. Blind tag to Draven Silvera.
What he lacks in height, he makes up for in explosivity. And Silvera, now legal, taking the fight to Redondo. It is rookie versus rookie here. And right now, a stepping stone from Rose and a drop kick. And not to the midsection, or to the face. Cover here from Silvera. But to the knees of Redondo.
Yes,
Ario, what do you make of that?
I saw that right there as well. It was perfect landing right onto the kneecap now. Jake Redondo's trying to assess his damages. He's reeling now in the center ring, but look at this. St. Clair trying to pull J2 off.
Yeah, the officials seeing none of it. A flagrantly illegal double team maneuver. And we talk about Mattioli as a mentor, as the older, wiser guardian of Jake Redondo. At Mansfield, he knows better than that.
Absolutely. And we saw those tricks in the bag of 2X last week when they were able to take out the Sexy Frogs again for those MPW Tag Team Championships. You can see J2 just reaching out for the other man as Jake Redondo fires out of the corner.
And look at how much can change in a week from #1 contender for the Tag Team Championships to general manager. Of course, speaking of one, Rosas.
And that just goes to show here, anything can happen every single Friday at 19801 Nordoff Place for here at MPW.
Miggy Rose sent for a splash in the corner as he tees up Draven Silvera for the big old back elbow to Jake Redondo. Oh, and another leaping one.
Cover from Rose here.
Could it be enough?
This
Only a 2.
is where 2X thrives. The synergy of these double team tag maneuvers. It's hard to believe that at one point these two were bitter rivals, Ario.
Well, that's kind of the beauty of it. In all the animosity, the struggle and strife of conflict, you end up finding relationships you never thought you could have here in wrestling. And sometimes, even though two might be opposing forces ideologically, when it comes to tag team action, it can lead to something explosive.
And they might not like each other on a personal level, Mansfield, but they realized in their time as rivals, in their time as opponents, that the others were so good. They gleaned a respect for the other that led to this tag team, and clearly working out well for the both.
Oh yeah, this is a tag team forged in combat. As we saw in that street fight, Draven Silvera earned the respect and the tutelage of Miggy Rose, and from that night forward, they have been a well-oiled machine. So we can see a big old suplex there from Draven Silvera. Jake, though, saving in the nick of time.
Yeah, Redondo needs to tag in a bad way here, Ario.
Oh, and look at this, the mocking and taunting tone. The unbreakable heart of Draven Silvera, so cruel and corrupt at this point, but you gotta admit, it's added a new level of edge to his combat and talent.
Silvera, always so skilled in the ring, but I gotta give the devil his due as Rose winds up for a shot to the midsection. It wasn't since this darker, newfound attitude that he gleaned from his time alongside Miggy Rose that he really started to thrive. I don't like it, but again, we spoke to respect. You got no choice but to respect it.
You see now Miggy Rose grounding Jake Redondo right in the middle of the ring, keeping him away from J2, single-handedly cutting this match in half. As you can see, back elbow, he is fighting on his back foot, inches away from Mattioli.
Just struggling, stumbling, and look at this, drop toe hold, able to get out of a great kick. He just gotta go for the tag though.
But in comes Silvera. Not only stopping Redondo from making the tag, but cutting off J2 Mattioli. That is brilliant, cowardly strategy, and that is a go to sleep.
That might be it. Call it bedtime for Jake Redondo. No, J2 though, saving it for the Radiant Kings in the nick of time.
I don't want to be presumptuous here, Mansfield, but I think that was the only saving grace for Jake Redondo. As skilled and accomplished as he is this young into his career, I don't think there was any world in which he was kicking out of that go to sleep.
Listen, take nothing from Jake Redondo, but I have got to give it to you. That could have been it if it weren't for J2, but now send him to the corner. Are these hyenas just looking to pick the bones? Splash, and now send him up potentially for a whisper in the wind. No, big back elbow.
Well, they might be hyenas, but Jake Redondo says, I'm prepared. From the second irregular Simba with a double blockbuster.
No laughing matter from these two hyenas. All men are down in the ring as J2 is rearing and ready to go for the tag.
Yeah, if J2 Mattioli gets in this thing, it's going to be anything but Hakuna Matata for the tag team champions, and here he comes.
Here comes the playmaker, big ol' lariat. Clothesline to Miggy Rose, but he's not done. Draven hits the ropes, playmaker elbow.
Absolutely taking the taste out of his mouth as Miggy Rose trying to grab hold. No, he stays tight with the rope.
Looking for that hammerlock backstabber. Mattioli saw it coming, taking Miggy Rose off his feet.
In that playmaker knee, potentially looking for PS2. Round and around he goes.
Falling off the equilibrium of Miggy Rose here, but not enough. Miggy Rose with the wherewithal to get those elbows and get a handful of hair here. As Silvera sweeps the legs.
And that's it. Stealing it is 2X. Now with your word, Jordan Castle.
Here are your winners, 2X.
Just when you count them out, they show you yet again why they are MPW Tag Team Champions. When he looked to get that PS2 from J2 Mattioli, Draven Silvera was able to grab the legs, keep him down for that 3 count. And whether it be non-title action, still your winners are 2X.
They absolutely stole it there. I mean, Castle, can you believe that? I understand, you know, the referee's only got 2 eyes there, but what a terrible way to have to lose out on a potential chance of maybe becoming #1 contenders.
Unfortunately, I can believe it. I don't want to, but I absolutely can, because since becoming tag team champions, and really since becoming a tag team, that is what 2X has been all about. And you see Redondo trying to console his mentor. The Radiant Kings will live to fight another day.
Well, here's hoping the Radiant Sun will once again rise here in MPW. And J2 Mattioli having so many other struggles alongside here in MPW. I know coming up we got our next match, Diego Valance and Jeremiah Fresh, the leader of the Heartless Kings as well, looking for a potential chance of being #1 contender for the Millennium Pro Wrestling National Championship.
Following that is your
Jordan Castle, as we know, two men who are synonymous with a national championship, especially that handsome devil, Diego Valance.
And speak of the devil, one has to think, if you're Diego Valance, you have in the back of your mind, I've trusted people for too long, was a member of Paradise Lost, and really found himself after that faction disbanded. Was one half of Hotmail.com alongside Maxillion, only to be stabbed in the back by his tag team partner and so-called best friend. Returns to singles competition here, and with a win tonight, could be in line for championship gold, national championship gold. The only thing standing in his way is this man.
The leader of the Heartless Kings himself, and the thorn in the side of everyone here in Millennium Pro Wrestling.
Now, Chase, did he really have to bring this goof, the Rebel Storm, with him? Rebel Storm scheduled for singles competition against Nina up next. There's just no need for this guy to be out here, both because he will no doubt involve himself in this matchup to assist Jeremiah Fresh, and also because on a personal level, I can't stand it.
Jordan Castle, I'm so glad we are on the same page. This man has been taking his ugly pills, and you can see tonight.
That was your water.
No, it just disrespect on all levels, not only for the people in the ring, for the people outside of the ring as well.
He is a terrible person. This is a bad human being, is the Rebel Storm.
The dark sheep of the Heartless Kings. And again, who I would call a loser in real time, as we saw not only hopefully today, but as we saw last week. And tonight, for Jeremiah Fresh, it is an opportunity to show just how dominant he has been from the start. Since taking over the Heartless Kings, as we know, the freshest man in the room.
Ooh, beautiful. Look at that maneuvering there. Diego Valance already got his number. Maestro, look at that.
And you can see Diego Valance looking for the covers, fast and furious here with a springboard crossbody. Wants to finish this one as quickly as possible. Mansfield, what does that tell you?
That tells me he's gone against larger opponents every so often. And again, when it comes to these kinds of matches, it does not favor Diego Valance the longer it goes. He's got to use that quick and precise movements that we have seen to take Jeremiah off his feet.
All killer, no filler, cutting out all the fat right now. Look at that, Diego Valance looking at peak form. Though he couldn't pick up the victory last week, he's not gonna let that get him down. He wants to go back up to the top of the mountain.
I think Valance feeling salty after that loss to Royce Isaacs just 1 week ago at Vendetta, looking to bounce back, not only becoming #1 contender, but with a win in singles competition, and Jeremiah Fresh, clearly Ario, with other ideas.
Taking the wind out of him right in the solar plexus there. He's going for a cover of his own right now.
No.
Only a 1 count, you saw.
Valance, is resilient. Former MPW world champion, former MPW national champion. This guy is an institution here in Chatsworth, and it's going to take more than that for Jeremiah Fresh to put him away. Leader of the Heartless Kings or otherwise.
Jeremiah Fresh, though, a national champion in his own right. Not only that, but tag team champions with the Heartless Kings. We've seen many, many times. Tonight, he's showing his devilish side as he is truly throwing caution to the wind against Diego Valance. Now looking to halt the handsome devil to a stop.
Wrenching the deltoids back, trying to rip the bone right out of the socket there.
Mansfield, if you're Diego Valance, how do you bounce back from a clearly unenviable position?
You chop down the bigger man. You go after the foundation of Jeremiah Fresh, the leader of the Heartless Kings. If you can take out those big tree trunk legs, it is all over. He won't be able to hit the big boot, the sky high, get that momentum for the spear, and as we can see, use that speed to his advantage. Up and over though.
Going for the sunset flip, but clearly didn't take any lessons from Kota Herro. Jeremiah Fresh, at least this early, just too big, and there's that aforementioned boot into the cover. Still not enough.
And just kicking like a horse, like a zebra would. Such amazing force and energy, really to knock any of the teeth out of any regular man here. Jeremiah Fresh is a force to be reckoned with.
Sounding like a regular zoologist here, Ario.
Hey, we call it like we see it, my friend. And we are seeing an absolute animal in the ring right now, trying to take advantage of the handsome devil up against the ropes.
And curiously, it's a little out of character. From Jeremiah Fresh. Usually would take every single 4.99 second allotted by referee Scarlett Donovan. Instead, released that illegal choke earlier into a backbreaker.
Seems like his mind is rife in mischief, my friends. I can only imagine what other terrible things he might try to imagine against Diego Valance.
And now just telling Scarlett Donovan to shoo out of the corner as he knuckle shuffles him. But he's not done. Looking to bring that big old right hand across the face of Diego Valance.
Yeah, almost a Ted DiBiase-esque maneuver here from Jeremiah Fresh. And you know that the leader of the Heartless Kings feels like he's worth just a few million.
Oh, trying to go for big bucks. Oh, and he cashed in there right in the jaw.
Yeah, sending him on wobbly legs. And this might be the shot that Diego Valance needed to get back into this contest.
Jeremiah Fresh telegraphed that last shot, and that was the only opening the handsome devil needed. Look at him how to come back here.
Was able to talk to Diego Valance in the back. He said he has been afraid of being phased out of MPW. So we can see he's a Hall of Famer in his own right on our back wall. And now, kicking into second gear is the handsome devil in this national championship contention match.
You know what they say, gentlemen, in the immortal words of Billy Joel, don't forget your second wind. Spine buster, leg hooked, but still not enough.
But again, not a big kick out from Jeremiah Fresh, only rolling over out of it. There is not a lot left in the leader of the Heartless Kings, and if I am the handsome devil, I am doing everything I can to capitalize, stay on my man, and he's getting ready to potentially hit that single leg knee or the devil's tail.
Jeremiah Fresh again saw it come and sent him into the corner here, Ario.
Oh, slams him down. Gorgeous, but the cover. Still only a 2 count. And you know what I've been loving the most, though, gentlemen? In spite of all this damage, it's the kids in this audience. They are loving Diego Valance. They are begging for him to continue on this match. Listen to him.
Diego Valance, a man of the people here. But Mansfield, will it be enough to will him onwards? It's not looking good thus far.
You listen, we've seen the MPW arena will any competitor to a win, but for Diego Valance against someone like the leader of the Heartless Kings, someone who's got a member like J2 Mattioli in his win column, unfortunately, it might be the wrong night for the handsome devil to rely on our crowd.
Right now, Jeremiah Fresh with a Boston Crab cinched in, sitting deep into it, and Valance trying to crawl towards that bottom rope to force the break, but inches feel like miles. Finally, he makes it, but how much damage was done, Ario?
You can already see it right there at the end. Just pressing deeper in before actually letting go of the hold. It's wrenching your hamstrings, your glutes. You can see even on the lower back right now. Oh, as he slams a big club against it.
Yeah, clearly, simply put, excuse me, Mansfield, Jeremiah Fresh has found a target in the lower back of Valance, and he's exploiting it.
Oh yeah, Diego Valance just shrieking out in agony. He's been taking out a lot of onslaught. Looking for the devil's tail, ducked under though by Jeremiah Fresh, sent him to the ropes. Looking for the sky high. Hurricanrana though, into the roll up.
Both of these men are getting desperate, going for their signature killing blows.
Single leg knee takes out Jeremiah Fresh.
He's already back up though.
Listen, it's not over till the fat lady sings Code Red.
Still not enough. Gentlemen, both of these men able to reverse their opponent's finishing maneuvers. So skilled, so accomplished, and clearly, as we've seen here, doing their homework heading into this #1 contender situation. Speaks to how much they want, nay, need a shot at that national championship.
Listen, some would say this is just another Friday for Jeremiah Fresh. For Diego Valance, this might be what he needs to get back to the upper echelon of MPW. I mean, once you're a champion here, you are written in the stars, and now Jazina shoulder first of that turnbuckle.
Yeah, that is solid steel that just collided with the shoulder of Diego Valance. Nasty, nasty landing, I mean.
The shoulder's got to hurt, but the back as well. A big cover now to Sky High. It's over there.
And now with your official word, Ario Amin. Well, he ain't no freaky frog, but he sure is the freshest man in the room. When it comes to Eddie Roar, he might be fresher than you in just 1 week's time for that national championship.
And I gotta give Jeremiah Fresh credit, gentlemen, as much as it pains me. He did this one all by himself. Minimal trickery, minimal skullduggery, and absolutely no interference from the Rebel Storm, who unfortunately, Ario, scheduled for singles competition up next.
We have definitely seen some ups and downs from the Heartless King. Of course, our king himself doing quite well with a winning streak. But like we said with the black sheep of the group, Rebel Storm coming up in contention against none other than Nina, making a recovery after concussion from last week.
And just like we saw moments ago, the Heartless Kings back in action. Not just any Heartless King, Ario. Unfortunately, it is that man, Hollywood Rebel Storm.
I'm sick of it, Mansfield. I'm sick. I'm sick of the 808s. I'm sick of the heartbreak. I'm done with it all. So you listen to this guy.
Star of the show, he's not even the leader. Listen, Ario, I don't like this man just as much as the next guy, and I'm going to leave it right there. This is not a good man, point blank, period. But this is a man who has been in the win column. As we saw last week, not only was he able, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, not only was he able to win that Battle Royal at the beginning of our show, he was able to go into the main event against our champion Busio for that MPW championship. But who did he throw out second to last in that Battle Royal to win that opportunity? The woman who is returning from a concussion protocol tonight. They love her and they know her, Nina.
We're so glad to be able to see her. I mean, honestly, after the devastating assault that was done just a few weeks back by Brendan Devine, who, mind you, is still suspended here at MPW. Oh, look at that. And listen to that crowd.
Heroes welcome here from MPW's own Nina as she walks in for her singles match tonight against the Black Sheep of the Heartless Kings. Nina, thankfully returning to us from concussion protocol, was able to get through with that just 2 days ago, making sure she can make it for this allotted singles bout against the Rebel Storm here at MPW's Clash of the Titans. And for Nina, this is about validation. This is about redemption. This is about putting the best foot forward come towards the end of the year, heading into Black Friday with a win over the Rebel Storm, Hollywood Rebel Storm on that. Good putter.
Oh, come on!
gosh.
A Millennium Wrestling Academy student donating his time trying to safely keep the entrance skier of the Rebel Storm, and that's how he treats him. And he expects us to call this one down the middle, gentlemen.
I mean, Rebel Storm, honestly, he'd be calling that paying your dues or something like that, brother.
Give me a break.
Well, it looks like it's Nina versus this heartless loser in Hollywood Rebel Storm. Will his name be in the L column tonight, or will he be able to scratch a win against Nina? But for Nina, she's coming in tonight. Unfortunately, a broken woman was able to come out of concussion protocol. But you got to ask, is she 100% tonight?
Yeah, gentlemen, a little inside baseball for you. Doctors clearing Nina, but it was in the final hour. I mean, it was very, very close to the wire whether or not this match was even going to go forward as scheduled. Luckily, Nina able to make it through the test, able to make it through protocol, but it's certainly, as far as I'm concerned, that doesn't mean she's 100%, especially after that heinous assault we saw, courtesy of one suspended Brendan Devine.
I mean, in terms of physical agility and athleticism, it seems like Nina's got it just fine, where Rebel Storm might be needing a test or two. Oh, there he goes, getting back up.
Usually it's get by with a little help from my friends. In the case of the Rebel Storm, it's get by with a little help from the top rope, because he has no friends.
Well, you would think the Rebel Storm would have some core strength, but it looks like he's been eating donuts in the back instead of working on his ab routine, as now using the hair of Nina to his advantage. Sinclair can't even see it.
He's a scumbag, man. I mean, the Rebel Storm is an awful dude in every sense.
Do you gentlemen have to understand how much you have to cheat to be able to know how to avoid the eye contact of a referee? Someone whose job is trying to always be focused on the match?
Cheating aside, Nina looking very, very impressive, taking the Rebel Storm for a ride and now ducking the shot on the apron. One of her own, sending Rebel Storm face paint first into these corner buckles.
Two-time now. Looking, he goes up top.
Looking to go pillar to post as Nina heads to the second rope. Rebel Storm, though, trying to stop her, only eats a boot.
Beautiful. Heads to this, bringing him right down. Rebel Storm doesn't know where he is.
And we spoke towards that concussion Nina suffered, nearly taking her out of action this week. You wouldn't know it watching her wrestle thus far, gentlemen, into the cover. But only a 2.
Beautiful bulldog there from Nina, and you know, a lot of people when they've been out of action, whether it be a week, whether it be a month, sometimes you lose a step. But for Nina tonight, looks like she's gained one. She's been really putting in those time into training, especially when it comes to that concussion protocol. But for the Rebel Storm, though, oh no!
Well, talk about losing a step. Stop dead in her tracks from the Rebel Storm with a headbutt, kicking out at 2, but ugly, ugly landing for Nina. Again, ugly collision with that already injured head.
And I know he said she was medically cleared, but remember, strikes like this, damage to the skull might take months, even years to truly recover. Nina is jumping right back into one of the most dangerous sports she could do for her own skull.
Against one of the most dangerous wrestlers you can compete against here in MPW in the Rebel Storm because of what an awful, psychotic person he is.
You're not cleared yet. He's already making the call for her.
Looking to get her in a scoop slam position, throwing her straight down to the mat. And now an emphatic cover, but only a 2, says Nina.
And Mansfield, if you're Nina here, how do you bounce back? Usually we talk about the agility. Usually we talk about the heart. Usually we talk about the craftiness. But from where I sit, all that goes out the window because Nina can hardly think straight. Her brain's scrambled here off that headbutt.
When it comes to Nina, as much as I hate to say it, sometimes you got to go tit for tat. It might not be beautiful, but the Rebel Storm is going to go underhanded. Sometimes you got to join him at his own game. That seems to be the only way she's going to be able to come out of this match alive.
Perhaps a game of survival alone at this juncture, I mean.
It's definitely looking dangerous right now. Look at Rebel Storm sizing her up. Thinking of what more can she do? Oh, twisting the joints of that arm now. Grabbing the other. Turning her into a contortionist.
Bending the arm away it is simply not meant to go. And as Rebel Storm silences the people, they only grow louder. What is this?
What a rat bastard. This
He's
is
a
a despicable
sicko.
human being.
Human garbage.
And look at the audience begging, pleading, throwing all their hearts and voices into Nina. And he's somehow getting her out of it. Strikes return to the Rebel Storm. Has she found her step?
Oh!
Stuns him here.
That's right, taking it to Hollywood Rebel Storm, who's looking like a clown escaped from the circus, as now making him eat defeat.
Nina's got to capitalize, though, looking for the cover, but Rebel Storm, quick to escape, hooks the leg. And a kick out from Rebel Storm. Gentlemen, I think Nina a little slow to that cover, and I think perhaps it cost her.
Hey, you gotta remember, she still is struggling from that concussion, it seems. You can see her clutching her skull. Even after just one headbutt, it seems to have done a lot of damage to her already.
But even on scrambled brain, she's still able to make it fly, and now potentially looking for a tilt-a-whirl DDT as another concussion headbutt.
Oh my God,
from the
guys.
Rebel Storm.
Guys, this is getting really, really hard to watch here. I mean, this is borderline uncomfortable.
I mean, we talked about a potential TKO in the Kota, Herro, Robin Shaw match, but I mean, Sinclair might have to actually call this one.
I don't want to sound dramatic here, Mansfield, but we're at the point where we're not talking about losing a match or even losing a week or a month of action. This could seriously be taking years off of Nina's wrestling career.
Oh, absolutely, Castle. We're talking about someone's livelihood, and for someone like the Rebel Storm, they can't seem to even think about anyone but themselves, now stomping the back of the neck of Nina.
Again, if you're St. Clair, I mean, at a certain point, you got no choice but to intervene, putting the livelihood of this woman, not this wrestler, but this human being above all.
Hey, I know human being, I know. But remember, she is still a wrestler. And this type of tenacity, this type of fight and bravery is what we expect from Nina every week here at MPW. Even in spite of damage, St. Clair knows better than to call it that quickly.
But a straight right hand cripples her back to a knee. And now making her face the MPW faithful.
Nothing's gonna stop you? How about this Rebel Storm? A headbutt of her own. Turnabout, perhaps fair play.
Throwing caution to the wind is Nina. Concussion headbutt of her own as both opponents are down in our semi-main event of Clash of the Titans.
And guys, a wonderful moment there for Nina, clearly taking Rebel Storm off his feet, but how much did that take out of her? Because at the end of the day, her injured head, her previously concussed head, still colliding with that of the Rebel Storm with so much speed and force.
If I understand the physics of sumo, when a rikishi is going in for that headbutt, you honestly take less damage if you're the one throwing your head, having the bravery to meet that strike. And look at that! That same bravery on display!
Yeah, Nina with heart the size of a sumo wrestler here, Mansfield.
Making him eat that knee as she's got him teed up in the corner, running full force for that back elbow splash, telling him to sit down.
Oh, double knees into the corner now. But Nina's feeling alive.
We're gonna wipe that ugly ass face paint off the Rebel Storm, and somebody's got a dirty face, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. And now Hollywood Rebel Storm is in a bad way as Nina tees up for the Tornado DDT.
We got a rainstorm outside and a tornado here in the building. Cover from Nina. No.
Rebel out in the nick of time, but you can see Nina is dwindling away at Hollywood Rebel Storm, getting him down to brass tacks, and she is very, very close to that win.
Yeah, Nina's got to put this one away quickly here, Ario, and I mean quickly.
It's been a valiant display so far. Great endurance on her part, but definitely right. She needs more time to recover, especially after this crazy match, but still more damage to be taking.
Look at that. Colliding back first on the middle turnbuckle, and then that neck, that head bouncing off the top.
Rebel Storm, though, up and over goes Nina. Rolling to the middle of the ring for a spear from Hollywood.
This could be all she wrote for Nina. No, Rebel Storm not content with the spear.
Looking for Thunderstruck.
Excellent roll up there.
And she gets it!
She got it!
Now with your official word from Jordan Castle.
Here is your winner,
I gotta say, gentlemen, that's what I love about pro wrestling. You might think it's over right at the last moment there, but out of nowhere, just from a simple roll-up, the tides can turn. What beauty, what storytelling, and what great ability from Nina.
You could call this an upset, a size disparity here. Nina fighting from under after that concussion suffered last week. But I think if we've learned anything from Nina's time here in MPW, it is count her out and underestimate her at your own risk. What a performance, what a win, Mansfield.
And now given a Hollywood-sized temper tantrum is this escaped clown as Nina takes in the spoils of the victor, but not done. She's got a couple of words to say to our MPW faithful, so listen up. Nina's got the mic.
Thank you for here because I was still recovering from a brutal attack by Brendan Divine. Now, I understand we have a new general manager. And you know me, I rarely ever ask for things, but Rosas, could you please come out here?
Calling our enlightened general manager to the ring. Will Ray Rosas enter the call? And there we are. I see a very busy man, Ariel Amin. He's got a lot of people now to deal with.
Is a sore loser, a diva, and he's a bully inside this ring and out. He's a crybaby too. And I'm the reason why he got suspended, and I want to be the reason why he gets reinstated. Bring me Brendan Divine just so I kick his ass.
Nina, you just wrestled a match. My goodness.
There is a fire under Nina, and tonight she wants Brendan Divine, the man who has been out since Friday Night Frights due to that vicious attack that put Nina out for 2 weeks.
Nina, I know you're angry, but let's watch the language, please. Okay? Trying to run a tight ship. I'm trying to process everything that's happening. I know you're upset. I know you want to get back at Brendan, but you just came back from an injury. I just saw the medical reports. I had to catch everything up in this particular situation. And yes, you just came back. And there's a big difference between wrestling Rebel Storm and wrestling Brendan Divine.
Ouch.
Hate to hear it.
No, you don't.
Listen, I know personally, Nina, how tough you are. I know it. But this is one fight I don't think you're ready for. And I'm just trying to protect my wrestlers. He's on suspension. You were on medical leave. I lost 2 superstars in this one incident. I can't afford to have that happen again.
Hey, she eliminated him at the Battle Royal. Just bring him back.
Listen, okay. I'm trying to be very open, communicative with you. I have an open door policy, but I can't just be taking every single request. I'm listening to you, I hear you, and I will lift Brendan's suspension. But I will not allow you to wrestle him. He will be here next week. You can't wrestle him, but you can confront him. All right? So it's written, so it shall be done.
Blockbuster announcement from new general manager Ray Rosas. Beggars can't be choosers. Brendan Divine returns next week, and Nina with a confrontation in suit. Gentlemen, it has been my utmost pleasure. I'm going to turn it away now for our main event to former MPW champion Judas Dustin Daniels.
I'm not lying to you. Well, when have I ever lied to you? No, Logan X made me the general manager. And one of my first acts, this has been a heck of a day, let me tell you. Yes, general manager. Now, I'm making matches now. And guess what? I'm doing you a big favor here, Brendan. I'm lifting your suspension. No.
Wait. Is that Brendan?
Yeah. Jake, come on. I'm having a rough day, brother. What's up?
I know you got a lot on your plate, so let me make it easy for you. I want Brendan. Last time I was in the ring with Brendan, he hit me right upside the head with the national title. Please give me a shot at him. I won't let you down. What do you say?
He's laughing. Did you hear that? Well, that's it. I'm going to do that. You got it? You want it?
I want it.
All right, it's you. It's you.
I'll see you next week, Brendan.
Good luck, kid. Hello? You hang up on me?
Your main event is a tag team match. Introducing first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at 19801 Nordoff Place here for Clash of the Titans in Chatsworth, California. I am Chase Mansfield. You just heard from Ario Amin, and joining me at the desk for our main event is none other than Dustin Jack Daniel.
Wait. What'd you just say?
Said Dustin.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that, all right? You know what? Got the Heartless Kings right here, Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva, two of the best in Southern California when it comes to tag team wrestling. You know, they love him some pump line. You can't deny it. They love him.
You know, heading into our main event, it'll be Busio and Danny Devine versus the Heartless Kings of Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva. And I gotta ask you, Dustin, we know how you feel about the tag team coming up, but I wanna ask you, pick your mind, how do you feel about these Heartless King boys over here?
You know, I don't really got a problem with these guys. They're out here doing their thing just like me. I'm here doing my thing, being jacked, being sexy and whatnot. But you know what? Let's talk about these two goofs that are about to come up right now. Let's start with Danny Devine right over here, the biggest hypocrite in Millennium Pro Wrestling.
Well, as we saw, Danny Devine getting his MPW championship opportunity by winning the King of Extreme, the same match that you were in, Dustin Daniels. Unfortunately, weren't able to win that proceeding.
Hey, you know, don't remind me of that. You know, Moon ruined it for me, but I took care of that problem. And now Danny's complaining because he couldn't win the MPW championship. He's blaming it on me now.
How do you feel about this man, the man who is our current MPW champion and the man who, by my money, beat you for that title at the Anniversary Spectacular?
I'll keep it short and sweet. I don't like this guy. I can go on all day about him. I can go on all night. It could be a 24-hour show of me just talking about how much I don't like Busio.
Well, Busio tonight looking to get everyone high here at the MPW Arena.
Why is Danny looking at me like that? Why is he looking
Staring
at me
a
like
hole right through you. Well, as we saw at the top of the show, it'll be Busio putting that MPW championship on the line against Danny Devine and you, Dustin Daniels, in the main event of Black Friday. And we saw that match come to fruition, of course, in the opening contest. And I gotta ask you, how do you feel going into that main event opportunity for that title you never lost, as you said?
First off, I feel thankful because I still haven't gotten my rematch yet, but thankfully, new MPW General Manager Ray Rosas got the job done for me. And you know what? I'm excited. I finally get to get my title back. I've been waiting for this for too long.
See, ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening here at MPW Clash of the Titans. It will be Danny and our champion, Busio, against none other than Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva, the Heartless Kings.
And you listen to the audience right now, begging, pleading for these two boys that they once used to cheer and love, now turned into the corrupted, Heartless Kings. There's the bell right now, and look at Danny Devine. And keep in mind as well, at the end of the day, I gotta ask you, Dustin, you're just scouting right now for any injuries these men are gonna pick up, aren't you?
Oh, they're gonna get tons of injuries right now. These Pump Line boys, these Heartless King boys, they've been putting in that work since that, that corruption you said. I think that's made them into killers.
Ooh, definitely right now. Danny understands he's in the ring with a killer with Boa the Constrictor Silva.
That's right, was able to kip up from that head scissors down on the mat. Now Boa Silva looking to go catch his catch can. He gets a waist lock from Danny Devine, who looking to snap the fingers potentially. But no, turn around, and there it is. Taking out the mandibles of the Constrictor himself, and now tagging in his dream partner. No, Busio, though, inches away as Boa Silva stops him in the middle of the ring.
Dustin looking at this right now, too. Woo! Oh. In terms of scouting, I know you're always doing your research just as much as you are in the gym. You are always studying tapes. Looking at all these upcoming matches for yourself, do you ever feel any sense of animosity, any kind of anxiety coming up against some of these opponents?
Brother, I have no clue what anxiety is. I just show up, show out, do my thing, and on November 28th, I'm gonna be the MPW champion again.
That's bold words there, Mansfield. I mean, look at our champion now in the ring, just shaking his head, waiting for Danny Devine to maybe come back in.
What champion? I don't see no champion.
Oh, and a big side slam from Danny Devine as now tagging in our champion, none other than Busio. Looking to get high tonight, coming from the heavens. Oh, went to a big old splash to Rivers, only a 2 though.
Let's talk about that haircut real quick. I'm not really digging that.
Oh, you're not feeling the new aerodynamic sativa version of Busio right now?
Nope,
huh?
not at all.
Ooh,
Rivers is feeling that, though.
Hey, definitely for sure there. I mean, you can't lie.
Again, we're looking at a new Busio, a new leveled up Busio. Again, if you're going to be MPW champion, you gotta look like a champion. Wow. We're seeing him come into his own tonight. Big old drop kick into that corner. Looking for a roll up. Could he potentially sneak it away? Only a 2 though from Busio. Looking to go low with that waist lock. Rivers though swatting him away. Into a drop kick.
Hell of a drop kick, I'll give him that.
Oh! Splashing Rivers in that corner, but he's not done as our champion.
Oh, there we go.
There.
That's right.
There's cover there. It's a 2 count.
I mean, what a boot by Rivers, yeah. Unbiased here.
Listen, we're the ones trying to be unbiased here. Of course, we got to always get your opinion, though, Dustin. Looking at this right now, you understand the speed and agility of Busio. Who of the 2 opponents, Danny and Busio, do you think you'll have an easier time with potentially in coming weeks?
Probably String Bean Busio.
Oh.
You know, he beat me before, but that was a fluke. Oh, my God.
Well, you can't discount Danny Devine, though, as you're seeing right now. Amazing athleticism on his part. Oh, not
Rivers,
too
though,
quick,
catching
though.
him with the rope-a-dope, and now into the big code breaker.
Oh!
But he's not done. Hangman's DDT. But only a 2, says Danny Devine.
The tag team work by these 2 is top-notch. They've really come to their own.
As we know, Danny Devine, the king of Extreme of 2025, and going into your triple threat at Black Friday, it'll be no disqualifications, no countouts. So I gotta ask you, seeing someone like Danny Devine, as we know, the king of Extreme, how do you feel going into this match with that moniker hanging around the head of Danny Devine?
You know, he could have his cute little moniker, he could have his cute little Burger King crown, but you know, triple threat, I'm the real triple threat. The triple threat's me. It's the chest, it's the legs, it's the biceps. That's the triple threat right there. I'm taking both of those fools out.
The king of free weights over here next to us, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, keep in mind, whether it be Busio or Danny Devine, I'm certain you'll be able to squat him, sir. That's for sure.
I'll squat both of them if I want to at the same time.
The happiest sight to see there. We're seeing right now excellent combo work here from the Heartless Kings.
Yeah, Bulldog facebuster, only a 2 though. As now Antonio Rivers has got to go back to the drawing board, figure out what he's got to do to take down the man who touts himself as the whole damn deck of cards, Danny
Great maneuver
Devine.
right there.
Oh, look at this now. Danny Devine sucking back wind right now as he takes a big chop to the chest.
And Dustin, as a man who has beaten both Busio and Danny Devine, not only in regular singles action, but in titles action. How do you feel going into your main event at Black Friday?
I feel like $1 million. I look like $1 million. It ain't that much of a deal to me, you know. I finally get to get my title back.
Oh, and with that neck breaker, you might have it easier than thought.
It's not much competition at all. I'm just gonna steamroll those two and get my title back. That's all.
Oh, look at this.
Look, he's going to sleep right now. Look at him.
Well, don't discount.
Catching some Z's right now.
Don't discount Danny Devine, though. Remember, Dustin, that crowd used to be singing your praises once upon a time, and you remember how much energy it used to give you, I bet.
Yeah, you know, I don't care about these people, though. I just do what I do, and that's all.
Oh, and look at this.
Leaping into the arm bar, looking to extend it all the way. Potentially gonna rip that arm right out of its socket. Dustin Daniels would love nothing more than to have a broken arm. Danny Devine in his main event come Black Friday. But Danny, though, able to use that strength to get out of it. Powerbomb position sends Boa Silva to the mat, and now he is fingertips away from tagging in our MPW champion Busio, who's raring and ready to go, but so is the solution, Antonio Rivers.
Oh, he scouted him perfectly. A big enziguri there.
Watch out, boys.
Oh my goodness, Busio's flying high. Oh, look at this amazing display right now.
Clotheslines in tandem, back elbow from Busio as he leaps over. Oh! A neck breaker DDT combination. Oh, very close. The closest we have gotten in this match.
Wonderful display here by our champion. And listen, the audience loves it just as much. What's Busio looking to do? Oh, wait. Got the leg caught there by Boa, but wait, catches him. Both Heartless King down the ring. Busio looking to fly high. Oh.
Stopping his momentum in the place, but he's not done hitting the ropes from the other side.
Oh.
Taken out.
Oh, wait.
They got him. Oh.
Right onto the eyeballs there. Big old snake eyes.
Yeah, snake eyes onto our metal guardrail. There is no give there as they set him up.
Ooh.
Backbreaker into the big old leaping knee from Boa Silva. Covered by Rivers. Only a two
rope
from
control
Busio.
by Boa Silva. You saw the way he got up there?
It definitely was amazing athleticism there. Oh, and taking full advantage of it right now, just slamming onto the neck and trachea. Oh, keeping it on right now by the solution, Antonio Rivers.
And now Busio's catching Z's too. That's their team name for falling asleep.
Oh, yes, indeed. Of course, Busio, if he's trying to fall asleep, he might be able to fry his way back up. But no! Big drop kick, keeping him down at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Wow.
Rivers looking like he's going to kick it into second gear here.
Rivers
swatting
almost put
away
the Sleepy
Danny.
Boys to sleep.
The Sleepy Boys. Is that what we're calling these two right now? The Sleepy Boys?
Hey, this guy's clever.
Yeah, well, maybe he might have a career in commentary one day, but with all those muscles, I gotta ask Dustin. Ooh, you're seeing a lot of damage being done right now, and I'm sure you'll be able to lay in the hurt. But I gotta ask too, if it's no disqualifications, any particular weapon you might have in mind against these two?
It's my biceps. That's the weapon I'm using. I don't need no damn chair.
Answer. Oh, probably not after that.
Yeah, backstabber elbow drop combination. Only a two, says our champion Busio, as this main event of Clash of the Titans keeps on going. It is none other than Busio and Danny Devine against the Heartless Kings. And again, we are sitting here. I am Chase Mansfield alongside Ario Amin, and of course, Dustin Jack Daniels, a member of that main event, as we know, for the MPW Championship come Black Friday. And Dustin, watching this match, seeing the weaknesses, are you pinpointing exactly what you got to do come Black Friday in that main event?
I already know what I'm doing. I'm not going to share it. I'm going to keep it secret. I know these boys are going to watch it back, but I know what I'm doing. They're not really having a good showing right now, I'll tell you that.
Master chess player a la Gary Kasparov. Dustin Jack Daniels, as smart as he is vicious. Just basically acting like almost a tactical hyena right now, seeing all this damage being done against his two opponents. There's a cover.
See Danny continuing his mentorship,
Broke his back
telling
right there.
Busio to meet him in the corner for the tag. Unfortunately, no one was home there as Antonio Rivers was able to intercept and push Danny Devine off of the apron. And now he is in a bad way. He is in deep waters as the Heartless Kings have got him exactly where they need him. Irish whip to the ropes. Duck under from Busio.
Shoves him right into his partner now.
Malfunction at the junction.
Wow!
Insaguri into a DDT.
It's that unpredictability of Busio that you can never count out in any situation there.
You know, all of his tricks he's learned from me, so I know everything.
Oh, fair enough there. Knowing people for years can certainly change your perspective on them, but Danny Devine still got enough gas in the tank to keep it running.
Oh yeah, Danny Devine coming in like a house of fire. In and out super cutter from Danny.
You gotta admire the amazing tenacity of the Heartless Kings, but it's costing them with a big Falcon's arrow there.
Oh yeah, got him right on the back of his neck, but only a 2, says Boa Silva, the Constrictor.
Ooh.
But again, Danny Devine, gotta go back to the drawing board, figure out what he's gotta do to take down such an impressive tag team in the Heartless Kings.
You know, Dustin, I'm quite impressed with you. You've been keeping your temper quite well, honestly.
I'm a professional.
It's nice to see. It's a very nice change of pace currently.
Thank
and
you.
a big jawbreaker there, too. Oh, tag there. You saw that.
Yeah, blind tag with a super kick to Boa Silva. But Rivers is not done looking for Cross Rivers.
Able to roll him through, though.
Danny Devine catching him with that kick.
Whoa.
Looking for that rolling suplex. Can he get him up? No, spear from Boa sends him back in. And now looking for that.
Patented. Well, Heartless Kings, I guess. I was about to say pump line for a second. You heard that.
This ain't pump country. This is the Heartless King land. As that big old Meteora.
Oh, and look at Busio coming in to save the day.
We ain't gonna see Busio saving the day when it comes to November 28th, Black Friday, our main event. Dustin Daniels, what are you seeing tonight from Busio and Danny Devine that you can exploit?
They're starting to pick things up. I'll give it to them. They're doing some good work, but the pump line's about to make some work out of it. Sorry, the Heartless Kings, whatever the hell they're called.
But Danny, though,
Pumping
malfunction at the dungeon, crushing Antonio Rivers at the top rope, looking for that superplex, and from the heavens comes Busio. Could this be it?
already over. No! Saved at the very last moment there.
And Dustin Daniels, I gotta ask you, come that main event on Black Friday, November 28th, say these two, for some reason, get on the same page. You know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Start double teaming after you. What are you gonna do at that point?
I'm gonna double team it back, but do it solo. I'm taking them out by myself.
Hey, handicap match or not, Dustin Daniels is ready for the fight.
Hey, if it's me versus the two of them, that's the handicap. They're the ones that are being handicapped.
Ooh, and we're already seeing a little bit of an eye rake there, but out of nowhere.
I didn't see nothing.
Back. No, of course not.
But Busio, though, frying Antonio Rivers. Again, going for that cover, but unfortunately, Rivers rolling out of the way. Sending Boa Silva over. Oh, frying him as well.
Right up on the
Frying
ropes,
everyone.
Now looking to fly is Busio. Spear right out of the ring. Sending both our Heartless Kings out right in front of our commentary table.
Yeah,
right in front of Jack Daniels.
He thought he did something. You thought you did something over there, huh? You thought you did something. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't
Now
nothing.
these two opponents on Black Friday, jaw-jacking right in front of our commentary table. Ario, I mean, we might be in the wrong place, wrong time.
Easy. Whoa!
Big old right hand from Danny Devine.
Just socks him. Dustin Jack Daniels taken down. And look at this now, our two tag team members. Oh my gosh!
Could this be a preview to what we see at Black Friday come November 28th? As now this match has evolved into chaos. Dustin Daniels getting in the way. Oh no, taking out Boa Silva. Inadvertent offense. Looks like he saw that one coming, and now Rebel Storm looking to save it for his man.
And the match is over. Wait!
Devolved into a complete car crash. And again, it's the Heartless Kings taking on Dustin Daniels. Danny Devine and our champion Busio as the Alliant Ray Rosas, our new general manager, tries to get some kind of authority.
I didn't even know what to call there. Man, I had no idea what to even call at that point. It seemed like everybody was taking a pot shot at that area.
Listen, I don't blame you. We talked about getting order in MPW, even with our general manager, Ray Rosas, in tow.
Oh my God, they're still fighting.
It's still bedlam here at the MPW arena. This is first day, Ario.
First of many, my friend. Get used to it. Welcome to MPW again. Grab him by the nape, you see that?
You have disappointed me, boy. I gave you a chance to sit there and watch.
Hate to hear from that kind of a tone. You know it means a lot to a man like Dustin Daniels.
No, that'd be giving you the easy way out by suspending you. No. What we're gonna do is this little love triangle here.
We love triangle.
Ain't no love in this triangle, that's for sure.
Learn how to coexist. They're gonna have to learn how to get along. They're gonna have to learn how to work together. Because next week at Fade to Black, it's gonna be the Heartless Kings against Dustin Daniels, Danny Devine, and our MPW champion, Busio.
Big six-man set for next week at Fade to Black.
I like this new position Ray Rosas is in.
One more main event. Black Friday's canceled.
Whoa. You can't cancel a holiday like that. But it's a good call. High risk here.
Dustin, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Like a father scolding his children, this new general manager for position for Ray Rosas has truly had him all over the MPW arena, making calls, and tonight duty called as he just put up a big six-man tag team match. It'll be the Heartless Kings against Dustin Daniels, Busio, and Danny Devine in just 1 week at Fade to Black. A massive main event, and of course, even bigger, as Ray Rosas said, if these three are not able to coexist, if one more main event of MPW is ruined, the MPW triple threat for that MPW championship at Black Friday is canceled.
Truly a magnanimous choice.
Let's kick their ass next week and we'll deal with it at Black Friday.
Hey, that's a great spirit to hold.
Mentor, teacher talking to his students, letting them know in just 1 week time we work together, but in 2 weeks time it is boots to asses.
Whoa, easy, gentlemen.
Again, they might have belts in hand, but the only belt that matters come Black Friday is the one that our champion holds in the middle of the ring. It'll be Dustin Daniels. It'll be Danny Devine. It'll be our champion Busio in the main event of Black Friday come November 28th. But until then, they have got to coexist next week. I have been Chase Mansfield. He has been Ario Mean. Thank you, Jordan Castle, for joining us at the booth. And we will see you in just 1 week. So get your tickets, and we will see you back for Fade to Black.